Hi everybody, it's James of Cryptoconsh, and today we're in for another Cryptoconsh cheeky Cosmos Catchup. There have been two absolutely massive stories coming out this week, so I'm going to cover those first. So after having a quick look at what's going on with prices, we're going to have a look at the Cosmwasm Cosmos Hub banter on Prop 69. Do you think Cosmwasm should be allowed on the Cosmos Hub or not? Next, we're going to look at Crypto.com slashing their rates and annoying thousands of customers. Then we're going to have a sneak peek at GnoLand, Look, I've no bloody idea how to say it. GNOLand. Let's start using normal bloody words for these things. GNOLand. That's the new name. And finally, how to actually be anonymous on LikeCoin with the Faucet release. So let's get bloody into it. Now, firstly, look at this red bloody week. Of course, cracking out at the top, the meme coins have taken a massive hit as usual. During massive downturns, we always see the meme coins get hit first because they have the least utility. As we can see, the Cosmos has been hit incredibly hard, apart from Sif Chain, I believe. But we really need to understand why. In times of war, people are taking their money out of markets. They're liquidating. And this is based on necessity. Can you imagine losing your job, losing your house, losing your safety, losing your security? It's absolutely understandable that this will be happening to all markets. Just take a look at what happened to Amazon today. And of course, there's no way for the Cosmos to escape what's happening. So we can see close to the top, Stargaze also took a massive hit. This is because they still haven't got a fully functional product out there yet. But for me reading that they're finally going to have their marketplace active in a few weeks, I did buy the dip here. Why not? I've got faith in the longevity. Crow's taking an incredibly huge hit as well. We're going to talk about that later with their new policy. LikeCoin as well. So we're pretty much all getting burned and no one is spared. Except for Sif Chain's Rowan, which seems to be smashing it right now. Alright, so let's get into the nitty gritty. Prop 69. Or should we say Proposal 69, which is to include Cosmwasm in the row upgrades on the Cosmos Hub. You can find it here on your Kepler wallet under governance for Atom. We can see at the moment there is an overwhelming vote for no. And let's have a quick look at both sides of this debate. So firstly, if you want to know it in more detail, a Redditor called Molbat put all this information together. He did a fantastic job. I'll leave the link to that down below. Now, firstly, what we really want to understand is what are the advantages of adding Cosmwasm to this. From the information found here on GitHub, on Discord, and on the Cosmos Network forums, the advantages I have found so far are lowering the burden on validators so they can focus on what they're supposed to do, allowing simple upgrades to be operated more seamlessly across the board, preventing development fallback so things like liquid staking could be integrated easily. And to be honest, this was initially met with a lot of positivity, and understandably so. That is, of course, until one of the OG developers, Jaquan, stepped in with his own 2 cents. So Jaquan is looking at the other side of things and is stating actually this might cause a lot of problems by adding Cosmwasm to this Cosmos Hub. He states basically this will lead to a larger attack surface as it's more complex, making it more vulnerable over time. And the Cosmos Hub should focus on simplicity. An example of this level of vulnerability was when Juno was down for 3 days as they used Cosmwasm. It's a very good statement. What if that affected the entire hub? The effects could be massive. Even though smart contracts are voted in by the community, there is a chance of bad contracts being voted in. We've already seen some very interesting projects being voted in for incentivization on osmosis. Can you really trust the crowd? Also, this would lead to an extra load, increasing RAM usage and upkeep costs for validators. So would it actually help validators in the long run? Remember, validators are there to support the network. We do not want a slow, clunky Cosmos, and indeed it would require a large amount of upkeep. So these are some points on the other side. I recently watched CryptoCito's interview with Jaquan, and one thing that struck me in a very positive way was his long-term ideology. He basically expresses that rather than thinking about short-term staking gains, we should be thinking about long-term technology, usability, practicality, and how it's going to improve things in the future. Because inevitably, if it's a good project, people are going to invest in it and the value will go up. And personally, I agree with that sentiment because I'm a long-term investor. I'm not in this for the short term. So I'm not going to give you my opinion on where I stand with this. I'm going to give you more links down below, and I'm going to let you make up your own mind about where you stand and whether you want to vote or not. The vote is still really open as we've only got a turnout of 33.22%, so you could change this if you wanted to. And remember, if a validator votes and you don't vote, they essentially get your vote unless you personally change it. So, you know, give yourself an opportunity to get involved. Alright, moving forward. Crypto.com is going hard on crushing their user base again. They recently released a statement saying they are going to reduce Crow rewards across the board. Now, let me explain that in a little bit more detail because I actually have a Crypto.com card. So basically, when you apply for a Crypto.com card, you basically put forward these amounts of money and it entitles you to different benefits. So basically, these Crow rewards are for spending. So if I spent $100 using this card, I will get $1 in Crow back. For this one here, if I spent $100, I will get $2 in Crow back, which I could do whatever I want with. I could speculate on it or I could sell it immediately. So I personally bought the Ruby Steel card. So I gave them $400 of Crow, and that gets staked for 6 months. Now, over that 6-month period, it would be completely locked up and you would receive rewards during that time period. This is locked in and guaranteed, this staking rewards. Obviously, you can get more staking rewards outside, But by doing this, you actually get a series of benefits. I also get my Spotify paid for me every month immediately cash back in Crow. Now, if you'd put in $4,000, you'd also get your Netflix reimbursed. If you go $40,000 to the big leagues, you get Amazon Prime, 10% off Expedia, airport. Oh, I forgot to mention you get airport lounge access but you get a lot more here with extra guests and a few more extra features the further up the line you go. Now, they have reduced these rates considerably. I personally have lost 75%, so now every time I spend $100, I only get 50 cents back in Crow as opposed to $2 that I would normally get, and others have lost a considerable amount of cash back as well. Of course, it was inevitable that this gravy train couldn't last forever, but slashing so quickly at a rate of 75%, those are some big moves from the marketing department. Not only this, all staking rewards are going to be eliminated. So any rewards you would receive for staking are now gone. So this, of course, will not affect your original deal when you took out the card for 6 months, but after 6 months, these changes will take effect. Now, for me personally, from a $400 investment, that's all I really care about. So as long as I'm getting my full $167 back from Spotify every year, I'm not really that bothered about the staking rewards, because personally, I think Crow has exceptional advertising. They've put a lot of money into it. They own an excellent domain name. Even though they are making these extreme marketing faux pas, I believe this product has absolute long-term potential. So I'm not going anywhere. And actually, what they've done has absolutely outraged people. People are moving over to Coinbase of all places. And look at that, nail in a bloody coffin. So yeah, we can see that people aren't happy about it. And there was claims there would be a mass exodus, but actually looking at the data, we can see from a week ago to now, Crow has only lost 1% of bonding, so it's not super bad. And actually, surprisingly, in the last 24 hours, we're looking at a 1.5% increase. So I guess it's all right, innit? I will say this though, they did come out with a bloody email finally. They've listened to the community and revised their forced offer. So there are new staking rates. So for higher end cards, you will still get 5% for Obsidian, Icy White, and Frosted Rose gold cards, and 4% a year for Jade Green and Royal Indigo. So if you do have this Crypto.com card, what you're basically going to have to do is calculate. If you stake your Crow in Kepler wallet, you're going to get 15.19%, all right? If you stake it on the Crypto.com website, you're going to get 8% for a really high-end card. Now, you need to identify if that 7% difference is worth it for the perks you get on that card. Only you can make that calculation based on your actual lifestyle and the perks that you get. So I guess it's relatively good that they backtrack, but I feel like it's a bit like that psychological trick. It's like when you ask a person, hey, can I take that whole cake? You're like, no. All right, but would you mind if I take a slice? Yeah, go on then. Very interesting tactics. But anyway, you're still going to be able to get loads of benefits if you want it, but I guess it's another opportunity to take ownership of your financial situation. All right, moving forward. And we have a new bloody airdrop on the Cosmos, don't we? Looks like GNO lands on the scene. It's so hard for us British to say these weird words, and it's going to be GNOT for the name of the token. Snapshot is May the 19th, so you've still got a bit of time, and you need to be holding, staking, or LPing Atom. So this is looking to be a robust, unbreakable, unstoppable, interoperable, multi-threading, concurrent processing enabled smart contract platform. Sounds a little bit like Juno, doesn't it? However, it's apparently not a competitor to Juno, and it uses the GoLang language, a very adaptable and efficient language. Apparently, Jaquan is responsible for this. He's a big name in the Cosmos business. So let's see how this goes down the road. You know me, I always love innovative, new projects on the Cosmos. And I hope this gets its chance in the limelight to show us what it can do. There's no doubt I'll be discussing this more in future videos when I find out more details. And another final thing about LikeCoin. I recently did an interview with LikeCoin founders. They've attempted to make a decentralized Twitter starting on the Cosmos, and I basically asked how can it be truly anonymous if it's linked to your account, because ultimately you'll have to use KYC or your bank card to put money on the Cosmos, which you'd convert to Like and then use to make statements on here. But they do have the methodology now, so let me just quickly show you. Basically, on the Kepler wallet, you can create your own wallet, right? Create a new wallet with a new seed phrase. So this is my donations wallet, and I've received 2 Osmo, so thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And once you've created a new wallet with the new seed phrase, you can connect your Kepler to the LikeCoin Faucet, which is faucet.like.co, and they will just send you free LikeCoin. So when you have your free LikeCoin in your wallet that has not been connected to any form of KYC, then you can post on here anonymously. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that little Cosmos tidbit. Alright, there was lots to cover today on this weekly Cosmos Catch-Up. Down the line, I'll be following this closely along with Juno and the Raw airdrop, and there's lots of things going on right now, even though we're going through a bit dark times. As a person with a solid degree in financial management, we were taught throughout university never put 25% of your assets in any individual investment. This is to diversify your portfolio. I stick by that rule with everything. So even though the Cosmos is down right now, I'm not hurting so much by it. But I do hope you guys are not hurting yourselves by buying at the top and putting too much of your hard-earned money into it. Look after yourselves out there, all right? We will get through this. We are Cosmonauts. All right, that's it from me, James at Cryptoconsh. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you again.